Well, since I bought Amy out of the farm and became the sole owner, there's been a lot of back and forth about whether we're even going to attempt pumpkin season this year.
My mom's not part of the big decision making of pumpkin season this year, but my mom loves taking photos, and so she's still planning on participating.
Roloff Farms.
My mom's almost the face of pumpkin season in a way, showing her presence and saying hi to everyone, and it's just a big part of a lot of people's experience.
I'm married to the guy that owns a pumpkin patch. How could I not be into it? So.
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Tuesday, June 8th, and we have an update on the Roloffs. I haven't checked in with them in a couple weeks, and I actually was catching up on the episodes, and I saw this on my television, and I was like, oh hell no, oh heck no, we need to talk about this because Caryn, I'm not the gold digger, is taking over the farm. Can I like insert the massive eye roll? Like, I don't even know if I can do that. Like, so a couple episodes ago, Caryn, who is Matt Roloff's girlfriend, basically said like one of the biggest gripes or criticisms that she hears, and the one that hurts the most, is when people call her a gold digger because she, a lot of fans believe, swooped in on Matt when he was married to Amy. Matt had a rumored history of infidelity, long rumored history of infidelity, and this alleged affair between the two of them went on for a while, allegedly, and a lot of fans have been upset about her presence, being that a lot of people kind of feel like she's a little bit of a homewrecker. Now, in some respects, maybe, but it always takes two people for a marriage to break up. And I just feel like in many ways it's better that the two of them are divorced. But it doesn't make it any more awkward when you are used to a show being a certain way and the main couple breaks up, divorces, separates their business, and the business that viewers like you and I that have grown to watch over the years revolves around a farm that was run by a family. And it's a very uncomfortable sort of place right now because in many ways, Amy is being pushed out of the farm, pushed out of the family, and in many ways pushed out of a lot of the filming. So it's not even so much that it's like Matt, Caryn, and everyone else, and then Amy and Chris. It feels very awkward this season because Amy's not at the farm, so all the stuff that happens at the farm, she's not a part of. It feels disjointed. He was in such a hurry to get her off the farm last year, and now I'm like, this feels bizarre. Like, Amy's not there. I mean, sure, the tension's not there, but it just feels weird. So with Amy off the farm, they've got pumpkin season coming in, right? And this last fall was difficult because there was a global pandemic. I mean, the pandemic is technically still going on. It was at its peak. There wasn't vaccinations last fall. People were still very much in quarantine, hunkered down, and all of that. So they were trying to navigate how they're going to open up the pumpkins. And one of the most notable things in this episode is just how clearly Caryn just goes in and is like taking over and is like, this is what we're gonna do, this is where we're gonna go, this is everything. And I was just like, whoa, I was like so taken back by it watching this.
We know people have to wear masks. We know we have to do social distancing, and we know we have to have a low touch operation. So we're kind of focusing on those three things and then seeing where we can land.
Not because I don't believe that she's not an assertive woman, not because I don't believe she's not capable. It was just so overwhelming and overbearing to me to watch someone who's finally got the woman that was her competition in a way off the farm, see her so clearly take over. Like it felt to me like a viewer like, okay, Amy's gone, now I get what I want kind of thing.
Private tours.
And then we're policing, making sure everybody's socially distant. I used to run pumpkin season forever, and we decided it was just a time for me to take a step back to keep the peace.
And I know that's maybe not the truth, and they have been divorced for several years, and maybe I'm just being sensitive, but it's awkward. And there's a couple reasons why it's awkward. One, they're not married yet. Legally speaking, Caryn has like no say in this farm. She doesn't own the farm. She's not a joint owner of the farm. She's literally just dating Matt. Matt and her are not engaged. They are not married. Nothing. Now, that doesn't take away from their relationship, but from a legal perspective, she's not like an owner of this farm. Therefore, her voice being so prevalent to me is just sort of jarring. Now, maybe this is what Matt wants because he doesn't want to make the decisions. Maybe Matt just wants help running the pumpkin season because obviously they have to manage social distancing and like how many people they can have at the same time. But it was just so clear in her interviews that she's good with this position of taking over. So she apparently helped run pumpkin season for years. So this idea that she's new to this is not new, but this idea that she's now like so happy to take over with Amy gone is odd. And even Zach made the point of how his mom has sort of taken a back seat.
My mom's not part of the big decision making of pumpkin season this year, but my mom loves taking photos. After taking a step back last year, I'm glad she'll be more involved this year.
The Roloff Farms.
My mom's almost the face of pumpkin season in a way.
His mom didn't even participate in pumpkin season the year before, and then this year she's gonna at least take pictures. So I try to imagine this from Amy's perspective of what this might feel like from the outside looking in. So if you're looking at it from Amy's perspective, your life is going on and your family is still on the farm. They're at the place where you were with your kids growing up. Matt has seemingly now replaced your spot with his girlfriend who is now running this pumpkin season, and it was you who was such a focal part of that farm. I mean, if we're going to be honest, between Matt and Amy is clearly the more likable of the two. Matt has more of an abrasive personality. He's got a little bit more arrogance to him. He seems a little bit more not nice to people. Amy has always been very jovial, happy. She has a very good connection with her fans. She's not as consistently trying to cause drama, whereas Matt has been very open about how he likes to push buttons and he likes to create drama for the show because they have to make a good show. So Amy's not on the farm anymore and she's not making decisions, and Zach sort of says like, you know, this is not, you know, it's hard because she was such a big part, like she was pumpkin season. So I'm sitting here like, is Amy gonna feel a certain type of way watching this? Like, is it gonna be emotional for her to see herself being replaced with pumpkin season? And is it gonna be hard for her to sort of understand that difference with the show and sort of what that means to viewers? I think viewers are going to be a little bit stunned with tonight's episode. Now, another slip that happened in this episode is Caryn already said that she was married to Matt.
I'm married to the guy that owns a pumpkin patch. How could I not be into it? So, I'm not married. Did I say married?
You did.
So, you know how when you're sometimes in a relationship with someone and it feels like one person is more into someone than the other person? That is always what I've gotten from Matt and Caryn. Like, I've always gotten this sense that Matt is not as interested in Caryn as Caryn is as interested in him. And I don't know why I have that feeling. I always had the sense that, like, she is so eager to get married to him and he is just so not eager to get married. I don't know if that's because he's gone through a divorce. I don't know if it's that he doesn't want to have that like, sort of legal commitment. I don't know if it's that because he's still dealing with splitting things up from his marriage. I can't really say like what his apprehension is there. But when she's like, well, I'm married to Matt, he's just as sort of like shocked. And she's like, well, wait, no, did I just say I was married to you? And then the producer is like, well, maybe you will get married. And he's like, maybe.
I feel like I'm married to a guy with a pumpkin patch.
Married to a guy with a pumpkin patch, the way I could put it. Yeah. Maybe.
Now, Matt could maybe just be doing that for show. He could have just been making it for, you know, like awkward sort of drama. But the tension after she said that, you could like cut it with a knife. So I do wonder sometimes, like, does he like having Caryn around because Caryn can help on the farm? She can help take care of him. I mean, let's be honest, Matt has a lot of health issues. He has a lot of mobility issues. He uses a cane to walk. I'm sure it's nice to have someone to help take care of him, help him with the farm, help, with everything around the house. I'm sure it's nice to have a caregiver of sorts. So is Caryn a girlfriend, or is Caryn going to be a wife, or is Caryn really just a caregiver, or is Caryn just filling a place until Matt can find someone else? These are a lot of the questions I have, and the response by Matt was kind of jarring to me, and I do wonder like what the response would be from Amy with this pumpkin season. We didn't get a clip yet of what her response is, and we'll see in tonight's episode if she comes up with anything, but that's what I have. Caryn, not a gold digger, is certainly very happy to take Amy's spot in getting pumpkin season up and going, and accidentally slips and says she's married to Matt. Tell me what your thoughts are about all of this in the comments below. Bye, guys.